You know, I almost start to shake a little bit as it nears 6 p.m. I'm like the kettle, I'm just bubbling up with excitement and energy for the 6 o'clock news. Could be my Parkinson's too, but no, I think it's my excitement. Now, I appreciate a lot of things in this world, but if there's one thing I appreciate more than anything else, it's the 6 o'clock National 9 News with Peter Overton. You know, sometimes I just feel like a giggling little schoolgirl watching that fabulous gentleman, Peter Overton. He's an awfully handsome gentleman. So to accompany my tea with the 6 o'clock news, I like to have maybe 3 to 7 biscuits, depending on how hungry I am. Well, look, I'm quite an educated woman, but sometimes I actually struggle to find the words when it comes to the feelings Peter Overton instills in me. Amorous, excited, lustful. Oh yes, the Channel 9 News makes me feel quite lustful. A few breaths, because I find myself getting quite excited just prior to 6 p.m. This is when the arousal levels are quite there peaking. I might take my thesaurus with me. I use that to calm me down sometimes. Brandy, oh that's quite lowbrow, isn't it? That's quite working class. I'm quite an upper class woman myself, but I don't mind being a bit working class for Mr. Overton in my dreams. Well, it's 5:56 p.m, 4 minutes till the commencement of the 6 o'clock news, and I often, well, what I do is I initiate the reverse cycle air conditioning. Now, I know it seems a bit absurd considering there's no one else here, but you know what, a girl likes to make herself look good for the men that she's attracted to. You know, the only unfortunate thing in anticipation for Peter Overton is I have to deal with this idiot, Eddie Maguire. No one cares about your stupid hot seat, but I'll tell you where the hot seat is. It's right here, post 6 p.m. Fortunately, my fourth husband, bless his soul, he simply can't bring out the arousal within me like Mr. Overton does. Well, it's 6:02 now, and that stupid hot seat program's still going.
Yeah, okay. Alright, Alex Smith is a lawyer.
This is a national disgrace. He's a precise, detailed news reporter. He's calm. I think he's quite considerate, I'd imagine, as a person, as a human being.
This is 9 News with Peter Overton.
Good evening. Just 4 days after opening its border to us, Queensland has started banning people from Sydney again, with Liverpool and Campbelltown residents on the no-go list.
You very rarely hear him correcting himself or stumbling over his words. He could tell me that my whole family's dead, and I'd still look deeply into his eyes and feel wonderful. I fantasize about him, you know, sitting behind that desk, not wearing any pants. Fantastic suit, not a crease inside. Our seamless crossover to the weather, seamless. It's a bit of a sort of, you know, Monica Lewinsky type fantasy that I have with Peter Overton, and well, some of the girls at church judge me for it. You know, occasionally my family try to call me between the hours of 6 p.m. and 7 p.m, and I just simply hang up.
And Dean Pay is out as Bulldogs coach, so is
Now, why do they cut to the sport so early? I don't want to hear about those rugby idiots. Well, I think Mr. Overton could have very easily been an actor or some sort of sex symbol.
impacting a nearby aged care home.
You can tell that this other reporter's trying to flirt with him. He's a married man, leave him alone. Mr. Overton, I know you're usually the one addressing the weather forecast, but let's just say that when I'm watching you, there's a very high chance of moisture.
It's the cog dog, it's the cog dog, it's the cog, it's the cog dog, it's the cog dog, it's the cog dog, it's the cog, it's the cog dog.